Yo, what's up? It's will.i.am here on the FYI Show, and our guest for today is Decap. What's up, bro?
What up, man? Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, no, it's great.
I really appreciate it, man.
On behalf of beat makers that make beats remotely in odd areas, trains, planes, and automobiles that so happen to have connections to the internet, you guys save people's lives. Their creative lives, like the lives of the ideas they want to materialize. I've never met a splicer, right? So for those for those that don't know what splice means, there's artists like producers like Kanye West, myself, probably your favorite beat maker. They go to this website or this app called Splice, and they type in like 808 or hi-hat loop or chords or trumpet or vocal chop or soul loop, and then they hit like specific, like the key they want that in or the tempo they want that in or like the genre they like. So the key, tempo, instruments, like you get specific down to what you want. And the people that provide all that stuff are folks like Decap. Like I've been on airplanes where I gotta like turn in a beat or finish something, and damn it, I ain't got my whole freaking setup. And so I go to Splice, and I need a deeper 808. It's like the ultimate freaking sound library where folks really spend awesome time. Like, how much time do you spend on a pack?
Oh man, it can be crazy. Like sometimes it can take months because like when I make my sounds, I try to like dial in every sound and just find the pocket. And I can make thousands of sounds and just pick the ones that I like. So it can take a few months to finish a whole pack.
All right, now, how lucrative is that shit?
Man, I mean, I got in at a early time, so because I got in early, I feel like I had an advantage because there wasn't that many people putting out packs. So I think that Drums That Knock, it did really well because of the timing. Like I think I was really lucky with the timing.
Really well.
Oh man, I mean, it has definitely, it's done 7 figures.
Damn.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
7 figures, man.
Yeah.
So first off, 7 figures. That's a zero, a zero, a zero, a comma, a zero, a zero, a zero, a comma, and another number. Damn, bro. Listen, I got like 3-minute songs. Artists got 4-minute songs that probably got like 3 figures on Spotify. To get like 6 figures on Spotify, you had to get billions of views, billions of streams. So to put things in perspective, why folks spend months like sound packs. Like, yo, thank you on behalf of all the producers out there that rock on Splice. I rock on Splice.
Man, thank you.
I gotta count. I'm the other end. It's like I've never really sat across the other end like that.
Yeah.
I swear to God, like I mean that with the utmost respect, like in all seriousness. Like I was rocking on Splice. I had to go to South Korea last week, a couple of days ago. And I'm like, oh shucks, I gotta send in my my sound pack. Not sound pack, but like my sound design. And I didn't have the internet on the airplane. And so what would have taken me a couple of, like 45 minutes took me, a 12-hour flight because I had to make the sounds myself. I had to make the whole sound design myself, which was cool. You know, if you want to get into that, like I made the flight go away. Like it turned 12 hours to like immediate. I'm like, oh, we're ready. But literally ears bleeding, freaking making like, and then like, and that's what sound design is like. You know, when you turn on a speaker and the speaker goes like, if you have a JBL speaker, it goes chicka chicka. And then another speaker, like Ultimate Ears, has like some bongos. And so my sound design to turn on the speaker was like, that took me longer to do than a full ass song. Because you're like, the details of like, okay, I got, that the frequency there is. So when you get into doing these packs, it's taking you like months.
Yeah.
Are you going around listening to shit? Be like, oh yeah, that'd be nice for my sound pack.
Yeah. You know, it's funny because like when I'm in the sound design mode, it really like I'll listen to sounds. I'll bring a field recorder around and I'll sample just random stuff. And but like coming from a producer background, like I never thought I would like get into sound design. I didn't know that would be my thing. It just kind of happened organically. Cause like really when it started,
field design, like you like go on dates and be hearing sounds and shit, and the girl be like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
Just clink that jar one more time. Yeah. Yo, clink that drink.
Yeah.
That drink. That'd be a nice hi-hat.
Yeah. You can get a hi-hat from anything.
Yo,
that's a hi-hat.
There was one time, I mean, not to speaking of sound design, one time I was working with Michael Jackson and we were in the studio and he was like, you know, it'd be great what we could add is, can you go give me some ice? Some ice. Yeah, because if I crunch on the ice and I crunch down on the track, people are going to think it sounds delicious. They just subconsciously, they're going to just want to eat it. They just want to eat the beat, eat the song because they're going to hear me crunching on it. I'm like, are you serious? So on the Girl Is Mine remix, Michael is crunching on ice. And he was like, okay, now loop that. Take the third crunch. I want third. Yeah, the third crunch sounds crunchy. That's extra crunchy. And so, Girl Is Mine. That's him crunching on ice, bro.
That's wild.
Big time.
That's wild.
Yeah, sound design. That's like, I got Mike on ice, bro.
Yeah.
That's cold.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, what's the weirdest sound that you got out there in the world that's up there on Splice right now?
One time I was making tracks and my speaker blew out. And I just had like a bass sound playing through the speaker and the actual speaker ripped and it had like this vibration sound in it. So I put a mic up to the speaker and played bass through it and that became an 808. So the sound playing through the speaker and the speaker vibrated, it sounded like a realistic bass sound.
And what about claps? Are claps like hand claps or you slap other things?
You can slap a tape.
Like, hey baby, listen. Oh my God, we gonna do this clap. No, just joking. Maybe.
Yeah, really anything can become anything. Like a sound, like anything can turn into anything. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll take like white noise and I have these like hand percussion. Like I traveled to Africa, I collected hand percussion. I have like a whole like box of little hand percussion. So sometimes like you get these little drums and you mix it with white noise and you layer and tweak. You can come up with some crazy stuff.
Dang. So
anything.
Would you suggest, okay, competitively, would you be like, hey, y'all should really do sound packs, it's transformational? Or are you like, y'all shouldn't do sound packs? What side are you on?
To be honest, I feel like there's so many sound packs out there now. I feel like
do them, huh?
I mean, honestly,
you greedy.
But that's why I'm in this.
You want to continue to get them 7 figures, man? I see your game.
You know, and now I just started my plugin company.
Wait, you got plugins?
Yeah, I do plugins now. So I put out a plugin called
VSTs?
Yeah, VSTs. So I have my company called Plugins at Knock, and I released my first plugin, Knock, in 2021, and it's basically like a one-stop plugin to make your drums hit hard. And so I kind of like I put out 10 drums at knock kits. So I wanted to put out a plugin so people could do it themselves. So basically, instead of me making the packs, they can make the sounds with the plugin. And it has everything you need to make your drums hit super hard. So I kind of moved over into the software space.
Oh, that's ill.
Thank you, bro.
That's dope. So wait, is it crowded, the VST plugin space, or you just right there about to make second figures again?
I mean, so the plugin space, there's a lot of dope plugins out there. So you have to really be original, I feel, or like do something that's on brand or something that just works for what's needed.
So
but
for producers out there, would you tell producers, yo, y'all should do plugins? Or you're like, nah, don't do plugins?
I'll be real. Making a plugin was the hardest thing I've ever done.
See, you greedy again.
I'm keeping it real though. Honestly, it took 18 months to.
So you got like a whole squad of engineers? Or?
Yeah. I worked with a team on it. And just basically because you have to do DSP, all the coding, you have to do like the UI and everything. I think that for people who are really into tech and really into, just tweaking, I think that it's a good move to make a plugin because you can make something that's different especially as a producer mindset. Like you can do something based on how you think and put it out there for other producers. Because I feel like as a producer, I can kind of understand what producers would want. And sometimes maybe some companies wouldn't see it in that way.
That's dope.
Yeah.
So what do you think's missing in the game that you like? When I say the game, like in DAWs, plugins, splicing, is there something that you're like, yo, if only?
Man, that's the question. I'm trying to figure that out too. But I feel like there's just so many tools out there to have like something. Because, the producers, like the talk is to use Ableton, to use FL, to use Logic, to use Pro Tools. Like, what do you use to make beats? I feel like there's just so many. Like, for example, when you're collaborating on something, you all have to have the same plugins. Like, in order to open up, like if I send you a session, if you don't have this plugin I used, you can't open it.
Yeah, the music's going to sound off.
So I feel like some way to centralize that would be really dope. I don't know. That's just the first thing that comes to mind. Or like a DAW, like that just... it could contain all the DAWs. So the FL workflow, the Ableton workflow. I just thought of that right now. I don't know. That would be crazy.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Because I'm just trying to make my beats knock like how Ableton sounds on Pro Tools, and it can't.
Unless you use knock.
I see how I tossed that up. You slam dunked it.
Yeah.
Or you're trying to make like, because freaking FL, Fruity Loops.
Yeah.
Fruity Loops be punching, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
You trying to make freaking Pro Tools sound like Fruity Loops, you can't.
Right.
It's like a totally different engine. So that vision of like the universal DAW is pretty UDAW.
UDAW
on the check. Yeah, that'd be dope, bro. That'd be dope.
And like, I mean, again, that's why I made knock, because everyone said FL makes the drums hit so hard and punchy. I wanted to make a plugin you could load in Pro Tools and make. I'm gonna send it to you.
Please do.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. So I was looking at the list of all the folks that rocked with your plugins that knock. So when you hear these names, Kanye West, Kendrick Lamar, Travis Scott, Baby Keem, Anderson .Paak, Meek Mills, Jordan Lucas, Mac Miller, Beyonce, Madonna, Fetty Wap, her. Like, the list goes on and on. Damn. We got everybody's rocked with your knock.
It's amazing, man. It's a blessing. It's amazing. Like I just do what I love. I put the sounds out there I wanted to put out there, and I didn't know that it was going to be drums at knock or sound design that helped put my career on the map. But I'm just blessed it turned out this way.
Yeah. For the people, like I'm gonna switch it up just so you can see what this means. Look, you go up in here to splice. You type drums, Sorry. Drums that knock. Boom. You go to this one right here. You go to that. It'd be like, look. Oops. Yo, do you understand 7 figures? 7 figures. Y'all over there trying to make full ass songs with whatever lyrics, and this dude just gave you a bunch of sounds, 7 figured it up. Go figure it out. Like the concept of like, yo man, my shit, like, yo, you ain't hustling right. You ain't working smart enough. You figured it out. So you're producers, right? You still produce.
Yep.
Have you ever made a sound like a loop and was like, nah, nigga, nah, I just put this in my pack?
Yeah, all the time. All the time. Like I'll make something, I'll be like, I need to use that. But sometimes I'll just be like, all right, I don't know, I like this, but I just want to put it out to the world and see what other people do with it.
So in coding, they call that open source.
Yeah.
So like if you want to make AI, there's open source papers that are written. Like the Transformer paper is some version of what Decap's done. So he has open source beats packs that you could use to make beats. The Transformer paper is the T in Transformer is the T in GPT. That was an open source paper that then the OpenAI's folks got a hold of and then turned it into a song called GPT 1, 2, 3, and 4. There's open source out there like for if you want to make, text to image, you go to Hugging Face. Hugging Face is like the splice for open source code. So Splice is for beats and melodies and vocal chops. Hugging Face is for code. AI algorithms or APIs out there or papers that are written. Yeah, bro. This shit is dope. On behalf of all of us producers, bro, thanks for the sounds, bro.
Thank you so much, man.
And I can't wait to get that plug in.
I got you, man.
All right, cool. Thanks, bro.
Thank you, bro.
Word up.